So once a fellow, always a fellow, and fellow is someone who is a change maker, who will bring a change in the society. Not even today when he or she is in a fellowship, he will be a change maker always in the life. I'm Ranjana Pandey. I have like 18-year work experience, and I'm looking after the fellowship program as I spoke for Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra program, and engaged with all processes related to batch 16 THC fellows. Fellowship processes, we have a very good mix of this thing, that we have our morning curriculums, very fixed routine of the morning curriculums, where fellow go, play, mix with the community. Sometimes when fellow are in the field, they form a play groups also, cricket club, football club. So they mobilize youth also and give their energy to the youth. Another thing, yoga practices they do, they learn newer techniques of the meditation. So this is all a very good. And then they are just fit and fine there, and they go in the field with a new energy and a new prospect. Like in our fellowship processes, we have a lot of leadership curriculum, like Johari windows are there. These we are in the exercise of this thing. So their fellow learns about self, then unlearns, because there are certain things we just by a norm of the society, by a taboo, or by certain practices following in across in the environment. But when the fellow comes here, they see a wider prospect of the growth. There comes, growth mindset. We use a word, growth mindset, practice on the growth mindset. Until they are not unlearning the things which are hurdle, barrier, they will never be in the path of the growth. And they unlearn by their own practices. We just guide them. What is where you are. They have to learn and understand their life, river of the life, and unlearn the things which they feel they are now a baggage, and that should be shed off. We are preparing the fellows with a very bigger goal of touching million lives. We use a very good word in once a fellow, always a fellow. So once a fellow, always a fellow, and fellow is someone who is a change maker, who will bring a change in the society. Not even today when he or she is in a fellowship, he will be a change maker always in the life. So it's very important that fellow understand the government system, policies of the government. They may be a central policies, state policies. When they are understanding, then only they can decision makers. When they go to decision maker, they can suggest okay, these things are working, and to work these things more effectively, if this kind of a change bring in the policy level. So they can be policy level change support person also, but they have to know the system and governments. So it is very important for fellowship. So fact-based knowledge is very important, because fellow is a person who is seen in the society and community where the fellow is there working and operating as a very authentic person. So fact-based knowledge, when fellow gives a fact-based knowledge, fellow community is believing. They should learn influence without authority. We use the word IVA in fellowship very frequently. You have to influence the community, governance, society, policy makers, because you may not be having that authority to directly change. You can guide them, assist them, be a part of that change system where you use IVA. Then another is NVC, non-violence communication. We are following it very deeply, that we should follow. So these are the practices. Along with this leadership skill, they should be pro towards gaining newer knowledge sets, newer things, new management skills and technical skill. Whatever they are taking it, they should have the zeal where, how and when they are going to invest this knowledge towards the society for a better cause. If they are devoted with this thing, that's we call a seva bhav, that will sure bring change in India.